Michigan. Spartan Stadium on the banks of the Red Cedar and home to Michigan State. As we'll see, the number 23 team in the country, the UCLA Bruins, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Michigan State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it back looking for help. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes and they'll stop him at the 16. So Michigan State's offense takes the field to start this game off. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need some...
Gonna take a shot. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Got his man downfield. Wide open spaces. The 20. Lids up. Touchdown, Sparty. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback and wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So UCLA's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming to this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. They'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Hines is way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28. On third down, he drops to throw. They're working that left side. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The Bruins will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. On his way back from the 20. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Trying to make magic on the scramble. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play.
Breaks into the open. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Michigan State. Great job by the back on the option.
Now for starting this...
Oh, they blocked the extra point. He's got it. He can take this back for 2. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And he's going to try to return this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Pulls and fires complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Bruins come to the line in the hurry-up. Look out, he's got room. Quarterback got it himself. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
And man, nobody home on defense. We've got to understand the option starts with the quarterback. Somebody has to have that guy. The defense
just keeps moving. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense. They've really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. Tight end finds a soft spot. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Touchdown, UCLA! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Dan, this offense, man, they look good. They looked great last week, obviously putting up huge numbers. Again this week, coming out the gates in the 1st quarter with the scoring drive. This offense is putting the college football world on notice.
And the point after is good. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. The give to the back. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Makes the grab on the left. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. So that penalty is going to cost them the 1st down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Back to pass. Going to take a shot at this DB. Oh, he's playing with fire, and he's picked off. Takes it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. This offense has it with really good field position. First play of the drive, wants to throw. It's complete to the left. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turn. Gives it on the option. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Here's the pressure. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan State has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. This whole place is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Oh, he missed it. No good. They missed an opportunity to cut this deficit in half, still down by 6. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. And the Spartans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Really nice job there to pick up the 1st down and get it to their own 41.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the 1st down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
The Spartans will snap it on 1st and 10. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a 1st down. And the Spartans have their offense in high gear. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Had to get rid of it quickly. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wide receiver going in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy in front of us.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes a grab past the marker. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. They're going back to the ground. Got him up for the 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's so hard to play defense when you've got things in front of you. Everybody going one direction, somebody coming back the other direction. You can't trust your eyes. Really good job by the offense, giving you some eye candy, something to look at so it wasn't easy coming downhill right at you. Hard to diagnose plays.
Wants to adjust the pattern. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. He's got it on the run. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. He'll do it himself. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Splits the uprights. Good. That'll make it a 2-score game at 16-7.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Off the play fake on 1st down. Looking deep down the right side. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Wide open downfield. Lowers those pads. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Just keeps slinging it. On the run, still looking. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the right. That's caught. It's Sims. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. A first down for the offense. Looking to throw on 1st down. Working that left side now. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Oh, they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. They'll give it to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Sparty and nearly 75,000 of his closest. And pegging the decibel meter on 3rd down. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. Quarterback may change this route. Got his man on the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. The Spartans in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll try the run. Sweet cut there. They get him down at the 36. It will be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. That's caught. It's Collier. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. And the Spartans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking downfield, and time is running short. They're working that left side. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Quickly complete. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. To the air on 1st down. Rush is on him. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys. Looks like we've got a fascinating one going on in East Lansing. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this 2nd half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Spartan Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And he's coming out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a score.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity.
Oh, he's got some space. The discard, and he's running free. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Reads it, fires complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Back to pass on second down. That's reeled in. It's Sims. Gets away from one. He's got space. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bruins!
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Iowa State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there in Ames behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Iowa. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Now the play fake. He lets one fly deep. He's got it inside the 25. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. The Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. Quick toss. There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Spartans!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. This offense needs all the help they can get today, and that pass interference penalty is a much-appreciated lifeline. The extra point is good, and they have a 9-point lead. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
For wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Dumps it off in the flats. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The Bruins racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Lets it fly. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Off to the races. Touchdown, UCLA. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Try and play action. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. He's not afraid to go deep. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Oh, it's a fumble. Well, the offense did fall on that loose football, but it won't matter much as they turn it over on downs. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Turning it on! And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they got it on the 22. And the Spartans, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He'll keep it himself. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Sparty.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
He'll return it. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Quarterback on the keep. And the ball's out there after it. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Hey, you know what's really easy? It's easy to say, hey, quarterback, run out there, pitch off of that guy, and now your running back gets to go play one-on-one with somebody else. It's got to all work timing-wise.
And they'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Bunch formation for these receivers. Lost to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Sims. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. And the Bruins want to pick up the tempo.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
The RPO, it's complete. Breaks into the open. He was on his way. He could smell it. He gets it inside the 10. They stop him at the 9. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Looking for the goal line. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Second and goal coming up. He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one. If they can pay off this third and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little tight across the way. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins! Fired in from the red zone for the score. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And that is why they're called the Handstein people on onside kicks. Great job jumping on that ball.
The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Wide receiver comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The Spartans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
Oh, he's got some space. And he picks up a first down. That is not a flag on the play. It's just lingerie on the deck after that move. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting and keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Leaves it with the running back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Spartans trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Michigan State! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And that's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. Now, the biggest thing for me, now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executing in the 4th quarter. Nice job.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. The sure hands, it's Sims. And he's down at the 41, that's a 1st down. The Bruins moving quickly to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. And the Bruins come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete.
Well, here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
And that one, I don't think, with required 10 yards, it did not. Penalty marker is out. They were trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Jones. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Here's the handoff. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football.
He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Spartans! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Well, obviously, this team didn't get the start they wanted to on the year, coming into this one 0-1, but a great job there, getting that drive, putting 6 up on the board. They've got a comfortable lead. They wanted to turn the page and start to build momentum. This is a massive win for this program.
He'll bring it out. It's Cantrell. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. going right to work up top. Catch in the middle. It's Sims. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Quickly to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. And, oh, no, he spikes the ball on fourth down. Did he think he had another down? They'll lose the football. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Finds him out of the backfield. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Coming into this one, we won.